Hi, my name is John. It's nice to meet you.
So in this video, I'm going to show you my process for removing backgrounds and then using the video created in VideoExpress in another application so that you can add whatever background you want. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here to my website, and I basically right-clicked and I saved an image of myself. Then I'm going to come over here into one of my favorite features in Artistly, the AI portrait. And I'm going to drop the image of myself in there, which is right here. And once it's in there, I'm going to tell it I want a 3D Pixar version of myself. So I'm going to type in 3D. Let's try that again. 3D Pixar. And let's see what it does with that. There we go. It's not bad. I'm happy with that version of myself. So I'm going to click on the paintbrush now, because now I want to go in and I want to remove the background. See, the background that's here is kind of a gradient, and I don't want that because later on when I want to use this in another application, if I want to do color chrome and remove the background, that's going to make it difficult because it's not all the same color. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go in, I'm going to remove the background. So I'm going to click here, and we're going to remove the background. And that looks pretty good. So now I've got a image of myself with no background. I'm also going to come in here, I'm going to change the size of this, because in VideoExpress it can only be 16 by 9 or 9 by 16. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to change this, and I'm going to make it 900 by 1600. Nice easy numbers to work with. And we're going to resize it. And I'm going to put it right here like this. And although there is a little bit of extra room, it's not really a problem. Make myself a little bit larger. And now there's one last step to do before we export it. We're going to add a colored background to it. So I'm going to come in here, going to pick a square, and I'm going to move it back right away, like so. And I like to go a little bit bigger, just in case, so that we don't end up with a line or something showing up around the edge. And now I'm going to change the color of this, and we're going to make it something like a hot pink, and see how that looks. And I'm actually going to change that. And the reason why is when you use something like Chromakey to remove backgrounds, it'll remove anything that's this shade. So you see his face has some of that, his necklace here has some of that. So I want to pick something that's completely not in the image itself. So I'm going to come in here, we're going to pick maybe some more of a green, something like a hot green color, like a green screen backgrounds. And there we go, that's much better. So this way there's a big separation between the image itself and what the background is. Okay, now that we've got that, we're going to export this. I'm going to export it as a PNG. So now we've got our image. Now I'm going to go into VideoExpress. And inside of VideoExpress, I'm going to click on Human Talking Video. And it's going to ask me to select an image. So I'm going to go select the image that we just created, that we just downloaded in Artistly. And I'm actually Going to come in here to my images, sorry. And over here, I'm going to click on Upload Image. And I'm going to drag my image here. Say Upload. Close this. Now, before I do the next step, I just wanted to mention some of what you see here. I do a lot of experimentation with the applications that I have to see what they're capable of doing. So you can see here, this is Jagmeet Singh, one of the Canadian leaders running for Premier. I made him in here, gave him the speech I wanted him to say, and I brought him into another application, removed the green screen, and put him into the video speaking. I've done the same thing with other ones here, and I've been experimenting a little bit with, emojis and things like that to see what the application is capable of doing. So now it's time for us to select our character, which is me. I'm going to say choose. And if all goes good, it'll actually put the image here. Now, if for some reason it doesn't work, let's say, for instance, you don't have the right proportions, it's not 9:16 or 16:9, it'll give you a warning message here telling you that, and it'll basically give you this message, but it won't bring the image in. So for this one here, I'm going to leave it as human because it's a human. And I'm going to go to Create Talking Video. Now in here, I'm not going to worry too much about the voice and that type of thing because that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to show you how you can make a video that has a background that you can remove. So in here, I'm going to put, hi, my name is John. And then I'm going to use the technique that I put in my last video, like this. I'm going to give it a little pause, a couple of seconds. And I'm going to put, it's nice to meet you. And like I said before, I like to have a little bit of lead time in my videos, lead out and lead in, so that the character, it gives me a little bit more flexibility when I'm putting the character into a video. It allows me to add a little bit of time before or after, because if you don't do this, what ends up happening is the character starts speaking the second they show up on the screen. And a lot of times this word here, like you, will get cut off at the ends. You don't even have any breathing room there. So I like to add a little bit of lead out time, is what I call it. I'm going to say import the speech. And you can see it's 11 seconds, and we're going to listen to it first before I actually use it.
Hi, my name is John. It's nice to meet you.
And there you have it. So it's 11 seconds long. Once we're all done creating this video, and you'll see here now it's starting the creation process, and it gives me a note telling me that it'll show up here under my media library once it's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this. And I don't know how long this is going to take because right now it's the middle of the day and it's usually pretty busy, people rendering videos around this time of day. But we'll see how long it takes. I didn't put a lot of text in on purpose because I don't want it to take longer to render the video. A lot of my videos, I do them during the evening and late at night because I find that the system runs faster, probably because there's less people on at that time. Okay, so you can see now that my video is ready. So I'm going to click on Show Me. It's going to be right here. And I'm just going to hit play and just see how it came out.
Hi, my name is John. It's nice to meet you.
And you see that came out pretty good, actually. Sometimes some funny things happen with the eyes or head movements. And one thing that I have found is that if you click on the Repair and Optimize button, it actually does a pretty good job of fixing any problems that it has. You can see I have a lot of videos that I've created here. I have some that I'm working on for work, some that I use on my channel for the elections that are happening now. This is the character named Norm, and this is his wife. And you can see I've added background colors here to remove the background image. Like I said, I like to add my own images in the background. It's my own scenes, so that's why I like to do this method. So I'm going to close this, and I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to say download. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this other application here that I use. It's called VSDC. You can get it for free. And I use it for different things, creating videos for work, creating videos for my channel. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to shrink this down a bit so that I can get to the video itself. Here, my downloads. And I'm just going to drag this right over here. And let's close this up. So now you see I've got my character sitting here inside this application. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a video effect to it and transparency. And I'm going to say, let's see, background remover. And I'm going to make it for the whole duration of the video, which is very short, as you can see. And over here, see, it automatically already found the backgrounds. It already looked for the color, and it actually removed it on its own. So now I have no background here at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a background that I've gotten from another application. So I'm going to go over here to my resources window, and here is my background. I'm going to pull it in here, and now we'll enlarge it a little bit so we can see it. And now you can see he is sitting. This is the area here that's going to render inside this blue box. I made this also 9:16. I could have made it bigger if I wanted to. Actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in and I'm going to change the size of the scene. And here it is. We're going to make it 1920 by 1080. There we go. So now you can see that he is sitting inside of the transporter room. And let's hit play and see what it sounds like.
Hi, my name is John. It's nice to meet you.
And you see that looks pretty good. So now my character has no backgrounds. I can put him anywhere I want now. And all I did was I went into Artistly. I dragged in a picture of myself. I removed the background in the advanced editor. I then replaced it with a background that was very different from my character. Originally, we started off with a pink one, but then we removed that because he has some pink in his face, some pink in his shirt, some reddish in his necklace, and they're all in the same family. So what happened was, if I had used the pink when I went in here to remove the backgrounds, it would have probably removed part of his cheeks, would have removed his necklace, because they were all close to each other in color. But instead we used the green color, which was very different from everything that's here. So we didn't have to worry about removing parts that we didn't want to remove. Put them in here, brought in the backgrounds, and put the background in here. And by the way, this background here is something that I made for someone that I was helping with the project. He's doing something on Star Trek. And I used so I'm just using this image that I made for him. Yeah, and that's it. You see how easy that was to bring your character into any scene you want. If I wanted to now, I could have brought him in. I could make him walk across the stage if I wanted to, or across the scene. It's very easy to do. Once the character is isolated on his own, and VideoExpress did an amazing job with the talking. And one of the things I really like about this
Hi, my name is
application
John.
is if you see here,
It's nice to meet you.
the chin moves, the whole facial expressions move, his nose moves a little bit when he's talking, which works great because in a lot of applications, the mouth will move, but the rest of the face will stay stiff and frozen, and it doesn't look natural. But with VideoExpress, when it adds the talking to the video, it comes out very good. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you learned something. Keep on creating, and don't forget to like and subscribe so I can keep making more of these great videos.
Hi, my name is John. It's nice to meet you.